Back again, like we never left. RNS podcast. If you know, you know. Episode 27 of the Really Nothing Special podcast. We are really nobody special. Mel, what's going on?
Feeling good, feeling great. How you feeling, bro?
I'm good, man. I can't complain. Ready to start another episode, man. DJ, how you feeling?
Man, I'm good. Episode 27, man. Shout out Eddie George, the 27.
Okay.
Got rocked by Ray Lewis.
A lot of people did.
Hey, he caught a lot of bodies. Rick, how you feeling?
Man. Yo, like the Migos always be in the background. Grandma. Mark 11 years, you know what I mean? So RIP, Queen. Love you and miss you.
RIP. Man, got a bunch in store. NBA Finals going on right now. Got some more stuff NCAA. Got a little bit of baseball, a lot more NBA, followed by our top 5 as usual. But before anything,
how are you? Before anything.
Oh, Jamel asked me how I'm good.
Oh, I didn't hear him. My bad.
I can't complain.
My bad. Okay.
I'm doing all right. Nah, I appreciate that. I appreciate you making sure I'm good, though. I appreciate that.
I didn't hear this.
I ain't gonna forget my part, Rick. I appreciate you, but you know.
Oh, my bad.
Well, yeah. So we got a lot in store for y'all as always. But DJ, before we get started, hit him with the black fact.
Yeah, so this black fact's pretty easy. Happy birthday, 50 Cent, man. Everybody's enjoying the music. TV shows, movies, anything you think of. You know what I'm saying? We've all enjoyed 50 Cent through the years.
Don't forget the water.
Yeah, shout out.
Don't forget the vitamin water.
Don't forget water. Yeah. I love vitamin water. So yeah.
Don't forget the
shout out Fifth.
Don't forget the tank tops with the thick straps on them.
Man.
The G-Unit sneakers.
Hey.
G-Unit sneakers.
Had you feeling like he was huge back back in the day.
Yo, 50 Cent so transcendent. Like he made 2 video games, bro.
He did. Yeah. I remember the first one.
Yeah.
2 video games, movies
about
TV
his life.
Movies about his life that's like based off him, but it's not him. Like
yeah, but it's damn near the book. Hey, the 50th Law, man.
Hey, don't forget he made Get Rich or Die Trying. Then he said, I'll make a movie about Get Rich or Die Trying. And then I do a soundtrack about Get Rich or Die Trying.
Hey, that is the blueprint right there. That is the staple. If your first album is just a classic like that, you just gotta milk it.
You just gotta
shout out Get Rich or Die Trying the album. I was in 4th grade ready to whoop everybody's ass trying to listen to Many Men. Like, oh my God. Shout out Get Rich or Die Trying. Oh my God.
At 12 years old, like I really felt that song, man. Like I really thought I was 50 singing that song. I thought I had people really trying to kill me.
Man,
that was
thought you really been through some shit listening to Many Men, man. Oh my God.
I'm trying to eat hungry some motherfucker.
Goddamn, give me the heat.
50, calm down.
Give me the gun. I told you to shut up.
Man, shout out 50, man.
Rick, you can't forget the petty, by the way. You can't forget the petty, man.
The petty king. The petty king. The petty king. The petty king.
I don't. Is it petty or just he? Just
no, it's petty.
Smart. Yeah, okay, all right,
it's petty.
Yeah.
Oh, it's petty because of that. It's petty because of that. Because he's so
bought at Ja Rule's concert. He's petty.
Yeah, he bought out the front row seats so nobody be in them.
He's performing in front of nobody.
That's a whole nother level.
Okay, yeah, that's when you already crushed somebody and then you're like, no matter what, you're not coming back. So yeah, that is
exactly. That's what makes it petty.
20 years later,
I still haven't forgotten.
Yeah,
right. and that's what makes it petty.
We were kids. We're grown men now.
Right.
Yo, 50 Cent took that shit personal.
Yeah.
And I took that personal. He was the real thing right there on the last step. Yeah. Hey Rick, I'm gonna hand this over to you.
So we're gonna get to our wet in the attire brought to you by nobody. We're looking for the plug though, so anyone wants to plug in for us. But anyways, our Whitney and Tyre today is Whitney and Tyre fuck is up with Black people. It seems like we don't research things before we start speaking. And our examples today is going to be Sha'Carri Richardson and the correlation between her and Michael Phelps. It's not the same situation, and we'll get into why. Also, Christine Momba and Caster Semenya. I'm butchering their names, and I apologize. And then we got, I think their testosterone rate was higher than normal for the 400-meter race, so they were disqualified. However, still able to run for the 200-meter race. Black Twitter decided to bring up Shelby Hulian, so a white woman that runs the 1,500 meters. She tested positive for anabolic steroids and blamed the positive test on eating pork in a burrito. Now, Black Twitter brought it to our attention that this wasn't publicized and that nothing happened to her, but that's false. Something did happen. She was banned for the next 4 years. I could give you it not being publicized, but I can't remember the last time I heard someone say, hey, did you hear about that 1,500-meter race? Never in life. Didn't even know they ran a 1,500-meter race. That's how insignificant it is. And then Sha'Carri Richardson and Michael Phelps. Michael Phelps got caught with a bong in his mouth a year after the 2008 Olympics and was suspended for 3 months. It just so happened that when he got caught, it didn't run in the time for the 2012 Olympics. So I ask my panel here today, what do you all think about the false information that's being spread?
I think, we have to check our facts, especially being who we are. We have to be right when we try to call people out for wrongdoing, which I'm absolutely all for. But you have to fact check and make sure we're correct first. Shelby, I'm not gonna try her last name.
Please don't.
I'm not gonna try her last
thank
name.
you. Thank you.
We're just gonna say Shelby. You've already tried Rick, so but she can't race for this Olympics, next Olympics, and some world and whatever the world thing is next year. She can't do that either. So she definitely got penalized. As far as Sha'Carri Richardson, look, I am all for the use of marijuana, especially in Oregon. But you got to know if you're going for an Olympic gold, right? So you got to stop. So I do not agree with it being tested, especially as something that's considered supposed to not enhance you. Let's just say that. And you test positive. But I don't disagree with why she got let off the Olympic roster.
I agree and disagree at the same time. What I agree with is what everything Rick said. Before you jump to a conclusion, I feel like you should always do the full research before you start posting something, just because that's an important aspect as a person if you want to be fact check and be correct. But at the same time, I do feel like the media is very harsh on her, and I do applaud her for taking accountability for her actions, because she didn't make an excuse like everybody else. She said, yes, I did make a mistake. And that's how I was dealing with the issue of my mother passing. So that's why I say I get both sides of the angle, and I applaud her for being a lot stronger and a lot, braver than some individuals that would try to make an excuse or blame on something else. And she took full accountability of it. And I support Nike for keeping her for that. And I feel like her viewpoint is very, strong to say, yes, I did make a mistake.
Yeah, definitely. And shout out her for that, because there's not a lot of, I think she's 21 years old.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of 20-year-olds that are able to do that, especially not on Good Morning America or whatever she was on. So big ups to her. But to the initial question, we just like everybody, like fact check everything. Don't just assume stuff just because you didn't hear it before. Or don't just assume everything you see on the internet is true. Like, make sure you do your own research before you try to call out a whole bunch of people. And it happens all the time. And that's just one of those things where you got to make sure before you're trying to call out everybody and try to cause a ruckus yourself, you got to make sure what you're talking about is correct, so people don't come back at you the same way you're coming back at people the other way. So it's just one of those things. It happens all the time. To DJ's point, fact check, man. Don't get caught up looking stupid trying to prove a point.
I agree with all y'all. I seen I think it was Steven Jackson was saying that as Black people we should just boycott the Olympics. I agree and disagree. I agree with the with not competing based off of maybe how we feel that we've historically been treated and still being treated. However, Sha'Carri Richardson's situation isn't a reason why. You know what I mean? Like, this wasn't a U.S. based. First of all, this wasn't even a U.S. based ban. It was placed on it by an international council for the Olympics. Now she has since been left off the roster, so she won't be competing in the what is that, the 4x? Yeah, the 4x. Yep. So she won't be competing in that race anymore. And I wish her all the best. I mean, she's 21. She's got plenty of time to come back for next Olympics and kill it. And you know, hopefully also laws and things can change when it comes to marijuana. So in the future, we don't have situations like this where we're missing out on a talent like this.
And you don't want to miss out on those talents, especially somebody as special as Sha'Carri seemed to be. Hopefully she gets another chance next Olympics. It's unfortunate, but really wishing her the best, wishing her the best for the next 4 years. Hopefully she gets another opportunity. And that's the tough thing about the Olympics is you look at your age, you look at your time frame, even if you're one of the top Olympians, anything could happen, you know? Right. So any chance you get in the Olympics, and if that's something you want to do, it's unfortunate when you get that taken away from you. And you can't, it's not just there's next time, because who knows? That's 4 years from now. Anything can happen from those times. So Sha'Carri, really wish you the best. I know for a fact this is not going to be the last time we hear from you. No. So wishing you the best with everything. I know you're going to make the most out of it. But let's get to the finals. What'd you say?
I said read. Please read. It's fundamental
research. A little bit of research. It didn't take me hard to find this stuff. A little bit of research.
Let's get to the finals. So I think it's about halftime now of game 1. Bucks Suns. Giannis is playing. So we're gonna ask the question if can the Bucks win with Giannis sitting, but he's playing, so we can delete that question or take that question away from us. First off, who do we have? What do we expect from the series?
Look, I'll start with this. Giannis knows somebody. He just played him. His name's Kevin Durant. I don't think Giannis should be playing. I don't think he should be playing. I understand. Would I play? Absolutely. Do I think he should play? No. I completely understand it. But I don't think he should be playing. As far as what we should be expecting from him, great 3 quarters. And then Chris Middleton take it home. But I don't think it's going to work. I think they're going to lose in 6. I got Suns in 6. I got CP just. I don't think they have an answer for CP. I don't think Drew can really contain CP when it comes to 48 minutes of ball. And Chris Middleton and Book, who do you take? I'll take Book.
I would definitely say with Giannis playing, like DJ said, be careful. Sometimes it's not worth it. You might make it a lot worse, and your rehab period might be a little bit longer. But I'm picking the Suns, and I'm agreeing with DJ. I hate that I keep agreeing with you, but yeah, I'm saying Suns at 6. You know, I think it's gonna be. I feel like CP knows this is his perfect time to get a chip. I feel like everything is falling in line for him, and I don't feel like he's gonna let it slip out of his hands. And I feel like he's that veteran savvy that is very hard to account for, because he knows your plays and he knows his plays, and he's just a coach on the court. So yeah, I feel like the Suns are going to knock this out.
I'm gonna say, I was gonna say with or without Giannis. I was gonna say Suns in 6. So
Yeah.
I'm still going Suns in 6. I think when it comes down to it, the Suns, I think, are gonna be able to counter everything that the Bucks do. Like, they have matchups everywhere that, not that they'll be able to stop them, but when it comes down to it in the finals, it's not always stopping somebody, but it's who can contain the other team the most. And I think the Suns are gonna be able to do that. The Suns, like, everything fits. Like, everything
DeAndre
fits
Ayton is
from
huge in this series. Because he could play small and he's still big.
Right, exactly. From 1 to 10, like, or 1 to however they have in the rotation, everything meshes well. And I think it's just their time. It's gonna be hard for them to handle CP. And like what the point I was gonna make is what you just said, Ayton there. Like, Ayton, I don't know if he had this recognition before the playoffs, but he's a tough matchup for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So I got Suns in 6.
So I'm gonna go against the grain, and I'm gonna say Bucks. I'm gonna say Bucks in 7. I mean, Chris Paul has been in the league for 16 years. He's definitely deserving. They definitely have a lot of great matchups. I think eventually, was it a Budenholzer? Please forgive me, y'all. I'm country. I can't say names correctly all the time.
Budenholzer.
I was just making sure. I think eventually he's going to have to. It's going to be a matchup where Giannis is going to be playing Ayton. Right. Well, that too. If he doesn't win this series, that might happen, depending on what happens to Giannis. But just to keep it short, I think he's going to end up playing with matchups, especially with Ayton down there. I think you're going to have to eventually put Giannis at the 5, maybe put in Portis at the 4, just to kind of play around and be able to switch off of those screens with Chris Paul. It's not going to work if you got Brook Lopez sitting there at the 5. Maybe bring him in off the bench. I think Giannis and Bobby Portis are going to be more of a key in this series. But yeah, I mean, Devin Booker's still going to do his thing. Chris Paul is going to get his numbers. I think they definitely have a better leader than Chris Paul. It's really going to come down to the others, and Chris Middleton, Portis, Brook Lopez, and Jrue Holiday. They're all going to have to show up if the Bucks are going to have a chance. You know, Jrue Holiday is going to have to play the best defense in his life to have a chance to even contain Chris Paul. And same goes as Chris Middleton. So yeah.
Going against the grain, Bucks in 7. But just to go to your point, if there's a time to do it for Jrue, it's now, because he's been looked at for the past few years as the best perimeter defender. So I mean, hey, let's go, Jrue. You know, you know what I'm saying? If there's any time to showcase it in front of the world, it is right now.
Mm-hmm.
So earn that check. Check.
Exactly.
Most NBA players say Jrue Holiday is the most underrated player in the NBA.
That's my point. So I mean, if there's any time to prove that, it's right now.
Yeah.
But real quick, and this has been a question really all year, but especially with how the playoffs have turned out. We've seen a bunch of injuries through the majority of the playoffs. Is this finals due to the injuries and everything? Is it like, how do you guys perceive this finals in your eyes? Is it a little cheapened, a little tainted? For me, no, like, not at all. Like, every year you got to go through something, and every year you got to go through something, whether it's injuries, whether it's shit, just getting to the finals. It's a process. You can't use other teams as an excuse. Also, don't just get mad because your favorite player is not in the finals or didn't go as far as he wanted to. That's part of life. That doesn't, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it happens. I can't say it's cheapened or tainted just because of injuries. Like, you still got to get there. You still got to work your ass off. You still got to get a 7-game series 4 times to win the finals. I had to think about that for a second, but yeah, like it's not. It's last man standing, and whoever wins is going to be the last team standing.
I completely agree with you. I feel like sometimes people forget the aspect of one thing about sports is longevity. Who can actually last the longest? Who could be the healthiest person coming out? And
right.
I feel like we forget that.
And I wish we could turn injuries off, but we can't.
But we can't. But that's the importance of a championship, because who went through the most adversity and say, okay, no matter what, we can push through at the end. Because it's not about, you can have the best talent, but who can last the longest? Who can stay the healthiest? Who has the deepest bench? Who's the actual unit? And I feel like a championship requires all of that for one moment, because that's why we always get so excited when we see a repeat, because that doesn't happen. Just to go on once is amazing. So right. I feel like when we look at a championship, injuries and all that, that's a part of the game. I'm sorry to say. And it's just, like you say, people's favorite players just went down, but it doesn't taint it in my eyes, because the championship is always going to be hard. It's a team sport.
I want to say yes, just because of, it was literally like every series. There was, Joel Embiid with the meniscus, Kyrie going down. What was it? Harden with the hamstring. Trae Young at one point with his ankle. AD was out. There's been a lot of different injuries that's happened, more than usual. However, with that said, I do agree with y'all's point as far as you know what I mean. That's what makes the championship special. Curry, when he won his first championship, I think Chris Paul went out Game 7, and who's my guy, Kyrie and Kevin Love were out when they played in, I believe it was 2016 against LeBron James. And there's been, you can point to just about any playoff run, and you'll find someone that was injured that was key.
Exactly.
So, it doesn't cheapen it, and I think that makes this finals that much more important, because we need these new stars. We've been relying on LeBron every year, and then it was Curry. KD kind of snuck in there for a little bit. Like, we're going to need this younger generation to be able to step up to the plate and kind of take that mantle as the newer stars, to keep that attraction and attention on the NBA.
Yeah, Rick, I'm gonna keep this real quick, but to your point, I do feel like the Bucks. You can make the argument with the Bucks as far as injuries because of who they had to play and who was hurt. I feel like you make the argument with the Bucks, not more so the Suns. Yes, AD was hurt. Chris Paul's shoulder was messed up too, and Chris Paul still missed 2 games. They didn't have Kawhi. They also didn't have Chris Paul for 2 games, and it was PG versus Book. They lost. They didn't have Jamal Murray, but they had the MVP and got swept. You wasn't Jamal Murray. If you have the MVP, Jamal Murray's not winning 4 games. You was gonna lose anyways. They got swept with the MVP. Swept. They didn't win a game with the MVP. They was gonna win with Jamal Murray. They was gonna win the series with Jamal Murray.
They had no perimeter score.
They was not gonna win the series with Jamal Murray.
I'm not gonna get in that one. All right.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's one of those things where everybody to deal with it. Giannis, the Bucks' best player, missed the last 2 games, and they closed the series out to go to the finals. To DJ's point, CP was gone against the Clippers the first 2 games. They made up for it. They I can't say stole. They won Game 1, and they closed out the series. So everybody had to deal with it. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is.
Just real quick, do you guys think COVID played a big part in that? I know we kind of touched on it a few episodes ago, but do you think COVID kind of caused more of these injuries?
I don't know. Just because, you'd have to look at them. You'd have to look at the ones, the seasoning injuries, because there's a whole bunch of them that were just basketball plays. Trae Young could have played the first game of the season after not playing a whole season and step on a ref's foot. Kyrie could have not played a whole season, been healthy, stepped on Giannis's ankle, or stepped on Giannis's foot, rolls his ankle. So some of them, could have been a work overload. Some of them are just basketball injuries. So you really got to just look and It's one of those things you'll have to look injury by injury.
And
I can't call it.
No disrespect, but Kyrie is glass man. He's always been injury prone. Let's be honest on that part.
Him and CP.
CP at the same time, but Kawhi, he's been injured. He has an injury history. Embiid, he has an injury history. Like, I do get that there is a lot of injury problems, but some of the guys that they have an injury history. AD, he has an injury history. The list goes on for some of these guys. I'm just saying, but it is kind of, I don't know. I feel like COVID, we kind of blame it, but at the same time, like Aaron said, these were basketball related injuries, not a guy just running down the court and then you see like 5 guys pull their hamstring and they're done for the season.
Yeah,
didn't look like wear and tear.
Yeah, like some of them are wear and tear. Some could be like I just can't say every injury. I can't say it's all because of COVID. I don't know. I just don't know.
That's fair.
You know, but what I do know is these college athletes are finally about to secure the bag. So shout out them. First off, before we kind of dive deep into this, initial thoughts about the NCAA finally allowing players to get paid for their likeness, their name, and finally monetize off of that.
Finally start watching college sports again. Like I didn't see no point of watching they quote unquote saying amateurs when they're on TV like professionals. They gotta work out like professionals. So I say congratulations to the college athletes to actually get paid for their likeness, because some guys, they might never become, true professionals and reach to the next level. And this is a way to get your bag. So get your bag while the school's getting their bag.
Mm-hmm. The NCAA was just really scared that they couldn't pimp no more, because they found out all these other kids can have avenues to these other ways to make money and play basketball, and there's other ways to play football, and there's other ways to do this. I love it because the athlete can't get pimped anymore just by the school, and that's all it was. It's pimpery, really. It might not be the best word for it, but that's what it was.
It is.
Yeah, so I'm definitely excited for these players. I mean, you look at a lot of these schools, maybe 60,000 to 100 to a 10 for 4 years. So you can divide what that scholarship is worth a year. You getting paid minimum wage, while these institutions are making. It's $1 billion business. It was never amateur. If it was pure, if you were really concerned about the purity of the game and it being purely amateur sports, there would be no merchandise. There wouldn't be all this extra BS that you got going on. All these big time TV deals, coaches getting paid $10 million a year. If you were really worried about the purity of the game, so shout out to the college players. I'm excited that they're finally going to get paid and given their just due.
I'm happy for him. I'm really happy for him. And it's going to get really interesting. And not to get totally off topic, but did you guys hear about Master P's son? He got a $2 million deal. Did y'all hear about that?
I did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I did. Was he playing for LSU?
So he's going to Tennessee State. Okay. He got a $2 million endorsement deal by a company named Web Apps America. Right? Nobody knows what Web Apps America is, but it's going to be, why I say it's going to be interesting is because I wonder how many of these companies like this that nobody knows who they are, they're just going to start just creating companies, creating companies, websites and all that stuff. And if they have somebody that can endorse it, that they're just going to give them their money. Are they going to get this money if they're not sponsored by like Master P? I feel like there's going to be a lot of different situations where people are going to find ways to get money to start companies off of that. So
I was just going to say, at the end of the day, corporate companies already do this. They have shell companies. I feel like this is a part of capitalism. Like,
oh no, it is. It is. And that's why it's going to get interesting.
And when Pandora box has just been open, and I feel like they was doing it undercover with, oh, take this money, don't say anything. I hope nobody catches us. Now
all the boosters.
Yeah, all the boosters now is gonna be shell companies where you're gonna be like you said, who is Web App? Or you're gonna hear this shoe print company sign such and such for $30 million. You'd be like, this company even real? But I feel like that's a part of the game. You know, you're gonna get real endorsements, and then you're gonna get boosters, you know, convincing certain kids, yo, come to the school because you know, if you come here, you're gonna get this $30 million endorsement deal. Hey, get your money, kid. Yo, get your money, fam.
That's the best way to say it. Pandora's box has been opened. But I'm gonna ask you this question. Like before we get to hell yeah, hell no, I'm just asking y'all this question. If players can get endorsed, all right, and they can get money, does that mean coaches can recruit and just pay pay these guys to come to their school now?
Good question.
Like I'm not trying to get anybody in trouble, but like imagine recruiting somebody and like you have all the money in the world, you can just say, well, hey.
Yeah, Alabama.
You know, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like Nick Saban.
Kentucky for basketball.
Yeah, like
50,
you know what I'm saying? Like Penny Hardaway can probably do that if he wanted to. I'm not like you know what, like I wonder if that's a thing now. And like, is there a way to sneak past this now because people can get in? Like,
it was already sketchy.
It's interesting.
Hey, look, let's just call it what it is. If a coach gives you a signing bonus of 50 grand, that's your 50 grand signing bonus.
I'll tell you like this. I don't know as much as football. There's not a successful basketball program that's not dirty.
Oh, so it's
college.
I feel like football's worse.
Football's probably worse.
But SEC for sure.
SEC for sure. But football and basketball, there's not a successful college program that's not dirty. Let's be honest. There's like Alabama's
Kentucky,
clean. They're not squeaky
Duke,
clean.
UNC,
Florida State back in the day. The U.
Yeah.
The U was a part of Cocaine Cowboy story. Like, come on now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting, man. And also, like, so they can. I mean, this might be something we have to figure out later, but can they get paid off of like their like social medias now? Because I remember there was a couple.
They can. I've already seen college athletes like on like Cameo and like different things like that.
That's dope.
Like being able to profit. So
I think
they should be able to profit off their likeness.
They should.
I think they said before Trevor Lawrence got drafted, I think they said off of social media he would have been the highest paid college athlete.
I believe it. Old Sunshine.
All right. Before we move on, one answer. If you were to guess, like if getting paid off your likeness was always a thing, who's the one college athlete that would have got paid the most? Just
prime time.
Reggie Bush.
Tim Tebow's bitches.
I was about to say it's either Johnny Manziel or Tim Tebow.
What about Vince Young?
Nah.
Because Reggie Bush would have made more than him that year.
Reggie Bush would have made more money than
Reggie Bush and Matt Leinart would have made.
I even said Reggie Bush. Yeah. So I just had to throw Vince Young because
Reggie Bush and Matt Leinart would have probably made more than him.
It's Tim Tebow.
Or are we talking about like during the social media era? Because
I'm just saying like ever. Like the social media, like more people in the social media era would just because the social media era.
Yeah.
Era.
So we talking social media era. I would say Manziel for sure.
He did have to market Johnny Football. He did.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm thinking Manziel, but
you're right.
He was. He had everybody do it. Hey.
let's get to hell yeah, hell nah. Like we always do. Rick, tell him real quick.
Say it with your chest, boy.
Say it with your chest. So, Mel, the boys back. Bill Cosby back.
Hey.
Should colleges give back Bill Cosby his money? Should give Bill Cosby his money back after distancing themselves from him?
Yeah, you should definitely give that cash back. You know, you want to step away from the man. You don't want to talk about the man. If anybody brings up about Bill Cosby, it's very taboo for y'all. You will get excused from your absence in your position in those colleges, most definitely give back that money. If his name is so dirty and so taboo, so is his money. So if his name is taboo, so is his money. So go ahead and give that back, because whatever facility that you built, that was built by his dirty money, correct? So yeah, hell yeah, they should give it back. If it's a problem with his name, I'm just saying.
Fair enough. Fair enough. DJ. So as we know, Shohei Ohtani became the first player to hit and get to be pitching during the All-Star game. Two-way player, does it all. Is Shohei Ohtani the most skilled player in the league right now?
Absolutely. As far as pitching goes, he has what? In 21, he has 3-1. He has a 3-1 win-loss record for 3.6 ERA. And as far as hitting, 31 homers, first in the league, 67 RBIs, third in the league. Nobody's doing it like him. Like granted, like, as far as hitting, he's elite. Pitching, he's not elite. He's not your everyday ace, but he's a rotational piece. It's unheard of what he's doing. I just wish people like non-baseball fans would appreciate more what he's doing. Like, it's unheard of. I think he's the most skilled person. Mike Trout's the best player, but he's by far the most skilled player in the league to me.
You said nobody's doing it like him. No, nobody's doing this. That's nobody's doing this
at all.
That's the crazy part. Nobody is doing this. Nobody's ever done. Like we could say Babe Ruth, but nobody is doing this.
Wild.
Yeah. Like,
no, wild. It's insane what he's doing. Like nobody.
He's special, man. Shout out Shohei, man.
No, DJ, what you call him? You turned black for a second. You turned real black.
O'Shea Ohtani.
O'Shea. DJ trying to get him in the racial draft. O'Shea Ohtani.
O'Shea.
Yo, you could already tell DJ Bang, which he already gave you a nickname. O'Shea. Yeah, what's up?
You might as well.
The third.
Hey, for you, Aaron, should Rachel Nichols have been removed as a sideline reporter for the NBA Finals due to her comments made about Mariah Taylor? She stated in a private conversation on video that she wishes Mariah all of the success, but basically feels that she was given the opportunity due to ESPN's record on diversity.
Hell yes, she should be removed for that, because one, that's probably not why Maria Taylor got the job. Maria Taylor probably got the job because maybe she's better than you at the job. Right? That can also be a thing. It's not always about diversity. Maybe somebody's better than you at your job. The quote, and we talked about this a little bit before, if you just see the quote or if you just hear that one little clip, she could have said worse. But here's the thing. You don't hear hi, you don't hear goodbye at the start of it. So clearly there was more in this conversation. Clearly in that conversation, there's been more conversations either before or after that happened. There's another part of the clip where she doesn't say that, but there's another guy, I think it's part of, I forgot if it's ESPN, but there's another part of the phone where he's saying he's tired of the Me Too movement and Black Lives Matter. And she just really starts laughing, like just laughing pretty much at that. Neither here or there. Biggest thing though, and back to my point of why maybe Maria Taylor's better than you. I don't know if you guys know this. Her mother-in-law is Diane Sawyer. If she wanted any job in ABC, don't you think if her mother-in-law is Diane Sawyer, she'd be able to have any job she wants in ABC?
Did not know that.
I didn't know that either.
Maybe Maria Taylor's just better than you.
Wow. That was news to me.
Aaron came out with that full clip ready, boy.
And this is why you do your research.
This goes back
Prime
to
example.
Do your Googles.
The information is there.
Hey, like Rick said the last episode, Google him.
Hey, you better Google it, baby. You better Google it, baby.
If you want the Patreon. All right, Rick. So Iggy Azalea, new song, new video. I haven't seen her, but apparently y'all said she looks like Kim Kardashian, one of the Kardashians now. Popular song. I guess she was called out for blackfishing. I haven't seen her what she looks like, so I have no judgment in this. But Rick, should she be removed from the culture?
Hell yeah. Merely for the fact that she made that song, Little Susie Carmichael walking down the street. I hate that song so much. Yeah, little what was that? Little Susie Walker walking down. Yeah,
it's okay.
She should be removed for that song. Anyways, but with the blackfishing, I didn't even know blackfishing was a thing until today. When it started trending. But yeah. She definitely try to put on her little black female features. She darkened the skin a little bit, and we all know she pale as a ghost. So she was blackfishing, and she should be removed from the culture. Yes. And also, she made a song called "I Am the Strip Club."
Oh yeah, that's the name of the song. Right?
Yeah. That was the name of the song. Please, depending on how you feel about certain things, I wouldn't look it up because it ain't what you think. You gonna see something in there that you don't want to see. Okay. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, all I needed to see was by Iggy Azalea, and I ain't gonna check it out. So,
I still can't forget her.
I didn't even know she had a new song out.
Trash.
I did more research, and that was a fail. I wish I did not do more research.
Don't always. I think don't always do your research. Do your research when you need to.
They're saying, sometimes ignorance is bliss, and I bet you wish you was ignorant.
You wish you was an ignorant motherfucker right there, didn't you?
I wish I was. I don't wish I was ignorant. I wish I was ignorant. I wish I was ignorant in that moment.
Yeah, no clue.
Let's get to this top 5. So appreciate y'all for voting. I think that was the most amount of votes we may have got. It may look like because it was a pretty close.
Thanks everybody.
That was a lot of votes.
It was a lot of votes.
How many votes was it?
Shout out T-Pain. This week's top 5. This episode's top 5.
How many votes was it?
It was 20 something. Oh, I didn't hear the question. I didn't
said it like twice, and he was just like, "Oh, okay."
No, I didn't. He's like, "All right, fuck it."
It was like 20.
Yeah, I was like, "Okay." He did that. It was like answering that.
Sorry. It was like 24. I just didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
I was locked in. Fuck your question, Jamel.
I was locked in. Hey, I was trying to do my research. That's what it was.
Yeah, no, facts.
I think it was like 24. But my fault, Rick. Shout out, y'all. This episode's top 5 fictional sports figures from TV or film that you'd vote in the Hall of Fame and their respective sports. So very self-explanatory. Great sports movies, great movies in general. That's gonna have some sort of sports figure. Some of them are great, some of them are bad, but we're picking the ones that we know if they were real Hall of Famers. I got the first one. Mel's second, DJ's third, Rick is fourth. Are we all ready?
Yeah.
Ready.
All right. Well, off rip, I'm taking the greatest linebacker of all time, Bobby Boucher.
Oh, I saw it. I just seen that
off
one
rip.
too, man.
Off rip. Mel, your pick.
I'm surprised you.
Water was like one of my favorite movies. That was.
Hey, then I'm gonna have to go with that legend. He got game, Jesus Shuttlesworth.
Okay.
Got it. Okay. I thought he was gonna last a little longer.
Man, I thought I had him. I ain't gonna lie. Kind of messed me up, Jamil.
You actually got a good one, low key. I'm not gonna say who it is.
Hey, there's a bunch. So
yeah.
Like, let me get Willie Beeman.
I thought he was gonna last a lot longer.
Willie Beeman.
Damn it.
Rick, you got 2.
That's how y'all do me, huh? That's how y'all do me. It's all good. Put cases on all y'all bitches.
Put cases on all. Y'all be in Pelican Bay. We sleeping in Pelican Bay.
Yeah, so I'll go ahead with Balboa.
Okay,
That's
the one I thought Rick DJ
Who'd you say about Rocky Balboa?
Yeah, Rocky Balboa.
Oh, Rocky Bell.
I'll take him off rip. And then let me see here. Who else do I want? This is tough. Let me see. I know. I feel like whatchamacallit right now. Aaron. Scheming, Willie Beeman already taken.
My name is Willie.
I'm going to have to go with.
Hurry up, nigga.
You know what? If I don't know if he counts. It's kind of fictional. If you want to win, put Booby in.
It counts.
Yeah,
Booby Miles.
There we go. Booby
Miles.
Miles.
He counts.
Well, yeah, I mean, based off a true story, but it counts. It counts for the sake of argument.
Yeah, because they stretch the truth on a couple of things.
Exactly. Right. DJ, your pick.
I'll take Booby.
Let me spin, coach.
Let me go old school. Let me get that Sidney Dean though.
Okay.
Sidney Dean. Okay.
Okay.
That white man can't jump.
Yeah.
Mel, your pick.
Hey, all I gotta say, if you're not first, you're last.
Oh, you took him. I thought he was going to last
Bobby.
longer. Oh,
Ricky
man.
Bobby, baby. Ricky Bobby. That's my movie, bro.
I thought he was going to last longer, man. I'm mad you did that.
All right, I'm gonna go Calvin Cambridge.
Oh, okay.
I thought he was gonna last longer too.
And then I'm gonna go Henry Rowan-Gardner from Rookie of the Year.
Oh my God, I was going with that one next.
If you're a 12-year-old pitching in the MLB playoffs, like throwing 100, nah, you all of famer. You look good.
You different.
Shout out Henry Rowan-Gardner. Mel, your pick.
I'm gonna go with Willie Mays off Major League.
Willie Mays Hayes
off of 1 and 2. Wesley Snipes, if you know, you know.
Willie Mays Hayes. DJ, your pick.
Shooter McGavin.
Damn it! Y'all really took him already, man.
Yo, Rick is not happy right now.
I'm not, man, because I didn't think Ricky Bobby was gonna go that quick.
Ricky got 2.
Oh man, all right, yeah, I got 2. All right, yeah. Fuck y'all.
He's not happy at all.
I'm not, man. What was my guy? What's his name? Hold on, let me get his name. From the Sandlot.
Which one?
Rodriguez.
Benny the Jet.
Yeah, Benny the Jet Rodriguez.
Yeah,
Let me get him. I hate you for the Shooter McGowan one, man. I hate Jamel for Ricky Bobby. Like, y'all suck. Suck infinite levels.
Hey, Rick, just to know, if you ain't first, you last.
You're last.
Yeah, clearly.
If
you know what, man? You know what, man?
Clock is ticking. That's what.
I'm going Air Bud.
Okay.
I'm going Air Bud.
If you look at one of the past episodes, we did not like Air Bud.
We talked about it before. We still hard fouling Air Bud. Freaking flagrant 4s on Air Bud. He comes in the paint. I don't care.
I take the flagrant 1 for the team.
I'll take the flagrant 4. I'll be suspended next game. I don't care.
Yeah.
Hey, Rick Mahorn his ass.
For real.
DJ, your pick.
Bad boys. Is this are these the last picks?
This is round 4.
Round 4? Okay. Paul Crew.
Okay.
MU.
I didn't say that. Damn it.
I don't want to say Paul Crew yet.
No, yeah.
You got it.
Your pick, Mel.
That's another one I was gonna do. Damn it.
Donis Creed. Creed 1 and 2.
Let's go one.
Yeah.
I was
waiting for somebody to get those.
I got 2 picks that I'm sitting here.
I have 2 right now. I'm picking with 3 picks right now.
I feel like it's only
Four.
one. I feel like Aaron might pick this person, but I'm not sure.
I don't know who you're thinking of.
DJ Mike. I don't know if he knows who I'm talking about.
No.
I'm gonna get Joanna Man.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
I take it back. You're definitely not gonna pick the person.
I'm
I'm
gonna
not
get
gonna
Joanna
say what
Man.
I was gonna say, but yeah, absolutely go.
I'm gonna get Joanna Man.
All right, got beat Jizzle, huh?
Ah, man.
And then
If you know, you know. Got beat Jizzle.
Joanna, man.
I'm gonna get Joanna Man. WNBA Hall of Famers. She's cold.
Yeah, Tommy Davidson low key made the move.
Is the move? Tommy Davidson made that.
Yeah.
Joanna
Man. I love you. You know you man.
Let Nick known.
Yeah, but let me know.
Man.
Shout out Tommy Davidson for that one. That was a funny one.
I'm gonna go Monica Wright, Love and Basketball.
Damn it. I was
Damn.
Oh my God, Joe was about to get her, yo. Oh my God.
That was one of my picks. She was cold.
She was cold.
NBA player.
It was cold.
There's
Yeah.
I mean, there's
keep that hand up.
Mel, your pick.
I'm gonna go with Rob Tidwell. Show me the money.
Okay.
Damn. Is it too late to
Your
switch my
pick.
pick? Yep, it's too late. Never mind.
All right. LeFleur.
Okay. Wait, actual LaFleur or
Peter LaFleur.
or the dude?
Oh.
Okay, I'm saying
Oh, I thought you talking about dude flip his head for a second.
Nah,
Peter
Peter
LaFleur
LaFleur.
dodgeball.
Yeah.
Come on, Peter, sell your gym.
Rick, last one. That was actually perfect.
I was literally about to get that one too, bro. Hey, I can't. I literally just looked at him, man. Sucks. I hate it here. I hate it here right now.
The chum was Sha'Carri, huh?
You said what?
I ain't say nothing.
Does Rick have the last pick?
I caught you, DJ. Yeah. Rick has the last pick.
You know what? Just for the simple fact that I don't know what you said, but I'm pretty sure it's disrespectful. Fuck you, DJ. I don't know what you said.
Yo,
whatever
Rick,
it was.
You know the replacements is still out there right now.
There's a bunch.
There was a
bunch
lot.
of
There was a lot. It was just that was the one I was just about to pick. Wait. Did you get the guy from Global Gym? Did you get Ben Stiller's character?
No.
Clock is ticking.
He's on the board.
You got a lot of picks. Pick somebody.
I know, man, there's a lot, but it was like, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, he take forever in a day to pick somebody.
Real, he's really milking.
Cause every time my guy gets
yo, why it sound like Rick was about to start singing?
It did.
Every time.
He tried to hit the high. Hey man, quit trying to make us get off. Yo, pick your pick, bro.
I'm gonna have this energy for you next time, Jamel.
Okay,
I'm gonna go with Happy.
I was about to say like we picked Shooter. I was like Happy Gilmore's still there.
I'll tell you Happy Gilmore, but I wanted Shooter, man.
Yo, Forrest Gump was still out there.
So
Joe Flacco was
I thought about Forrest Gump.
Joe Flacco.
Yeah, from the replacements.
Not Joe. Shane Flacco.
Oh, Shane Flacco.
Yeah, they just both one and the same.
You got Mr. Miyagi and Daniel's son.
A sleeper. Mickey K-Line. Hey Arnold.
Ooh. Wild thing. I see if the Mickey K-Line though.
Hey,
that's a good one, man.
Hey, Mickey K-Line was if you looking back, Mickey K-Line was definitely on steroids. Like his whole body, his chest, his arms, he had the skinny leg, like he was definitely on steroids.
Yo,
nice guy though.
Who was the basketball player in the Proud Family?
Wizard Kelly. Wizard Kelly was on my list too.
You mean Magic Johnson?
No, that was I swear I thought that was Michael Jordan, bro.
No, that was Magic.
You sure?
The way he talked, and don't forget, it all started with a basketball, y'all. Like that.
You are right. You are right.
Mr. 3000 was on my list too.
Mr. 3000.
And also we talked about this one episode. Just Will Smith on Fresh Prince, just because he was just dominant.
Bro, he went off.
Definitely in the High School Hall of Fame for that.
Yeah. Any more?
Rudy? No, I'm joking.
I can't even think of it. It's an old school joke.
I feel bad saying this. It's a fake sport, but Harry Potter.
Okay. Quidditch Hall of Fame.
Teen Wolf. That's what I'm thinking about.
Oh,
Teen Wolf.
Yeah. Nah, Teen Wolf would definitely be in the High School Hall of Fame.
Hey, what was LL Cool J's character on Any Given Sunday? The running back.
I forget his name, to be honest.
Yeah,
with you.
I forget.
Okay, then
name.
you know what? It ain't even that important.
I forget
Not
his
Hall of
name.
Famer.
I mean, if it wasn't Willie Beeman, I didn't know what was going on. You know what I mean?
Hey, but we put Lola Bunny in the Hall of Fame. She was getting buckets.
True.
She was.
She was shooting from the three.
Lola has my vote.
My first animal crush.
Billy Hoyle.
I was like a little kid.
So I guess we could say Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
I'm Hall of Fame in fictional and real life, baby.
I mean, technically.
Yeah. So
a fictionalized version of himself.
To wrap up, I have Bobby Boucher, Calvin Cambridge, Henry Rowan Gardner, Joanna Mann, and Monica Wright. I totally forgot I picked Joanna Mann. Jamel picked Jesus Shuttlesworth, Ricky Bobby, Willie Mays Hayes, Adonis Creed, and Rod Tidwell. DJ picked Willie Beeman, Sidney Dean, Shooter McGavin, Paul Crew, and Peter LaFleur. Rick picked Rocky Balboa, Boobie Miles, Benny the Jet Rodriguez, Air Bud, and Happy Gilmore. So make sure y'all continue to vote. Appreciate y'all. Like always, man, make sure following, subscribing, liking, retweeting, everything for the Really Nothing Special podcast. Twitter at the RNS Podcast. Instagram RNS Stop Podcast. Give us 5-star reviews. Give us likes. Give us retweets. Give us referrals to your friend, your mama, your grandma, your cousin, your brother, your sister, your uncle, your pops, your next door neighbor, a friend you haven't seen. So text somebody.
Bored. I was
Give
wondering.
me some sugar.
Hit the little.
I am your neighbor.
Hit the little 3 dots. Hit the little 3
come.
dots. Hit the copy link. Send it to somebody. All that stuff, man. 5-star reviews only.
Yo, my boy Aaron dropping bars. Y'all should definitely like and subscribe and share that shit.
Hey, big bars, y'all. I'm gonna get off before I get ignorant.
Please, yeah.
And that is our cue.
We out.
Yeah, we out.